Thank you. Toss करवा दो. मला कितना लो? नहीं मोटी छिड़ा. अरे मारने परेड़ा अरे. एक मिनट.
It is toss time. Inclusive Warriors taking on the Indian Deaf Cricket Association, the first match of the tournament, and it's going to be Inclusive Warriors to give it a flip. It's heads is the call, and it is tails. Oh, heads it is.
Take the bat first. We choose the bat.
They've won the toss. The Indian team has elected to bat first. Let's have a quick chat. Let's have a quick chat.
Sure.
Tell us about the overall strategy of the the tournament. First thing, what went through your mind to organize such a thing, wherein two people who are differently able but amazingly skilled. How do you put it forward?
So the journey with this deaf team started. So my wife actually owns a company called Arabian Trailblazers, and Arabian Trailblazer is actually the organizer for this entire tournament. I'm representing here my wife because she had to travel for an emergency to India. But yes, this journey all started around 1.5 years back when she organized the World Cup, Deaf World Cup. That's when we got to know the deaf teams. So there were teams from India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Australia, South Africa, and Bangladesh. So it's 6 teams. So that's where the journey started. And then the Indian coach, Indian president, they introduced me to one of the players, and then slowly we gathered more and more players, and they formed a team. And then there is Al-Futtaim Cricket League, which is also a very famous large cricket league that happens that I organized. We introduced the deaf team in that against the normal people. So 23 teams this time was normal, and only one team was deaf. And they played in that team. That's how the journey began, and that's how once you get to know them, you start loving them. And this is all out of passion for cricket and the love for these guys.
Well, people generally do not follow this game style. Yeah. However, what is your message to the audience? How do you get more close to this style of cricket?
See, one thing that touches me is I've seen deaf and dumb, when I was a kid. And what I've observed that these guys get bullied a lot from the childhood. When they're kids, when they go to school, when they get bullied. And it was an opportunity to showcase to all of us that these guys are no less. They are rather better than the hearing ones. They are focused, they are energetic, they are the game. Unlike us, we do bullying, we do anything, but these guys are very good. Right? So that's the love that you start gathering for them as you start knowing them. On TV, they all look same. Whether it's a normal Indian team or the deaf Indian team, anyone, they look same. But when you actually come to the ground, that's where you find the difference.
Tell us about this journey of this particular tournament. We are playing 3 games against Inclusive Warriors taking on the Indian Deaf Cricket Association.
Yes.
Tell us where did this start from? How did it stem out?
So this, when these guys, my team, Inclusive Warriors, were playing the Al-Futtaim Cricket League, the president of Indian Deaf Cricket Association started following them on Instagram. And that's when, they reached out to us and they requested that why can't we have a friendly game between the Indian Deaf Cricket Association as well as Inclusive Warriors. But yes, we needed a sponsor, someone to come. So Al-Futtaim Technologies came forward and they said that, okay, we want to sponsor it. I'm so thankful to Al-Futtaim Technologies today that they are, taking care of all the ground arrangements and everything out here. And now we're going to play 3 matches and see how many we can defeat the Indian team.
Well, we are definitely looking forward to it. Some big names versus some rising names. let's see who rises to the occasion.
Oh yes.
Well,
oh,
all the
yes,
very
oh,
best
yes.
and give us a
One
good game.
thing, both the side is our teams only, because I am out of India, but India is not out of me. So that is also my team, and Inclusive Warriors is also my team. It's a friendly game, and it will be fun to watch them.
Well, we are definitely looking forward to it and very excited to see what sort of a battle this is going to be. All the very best.
Thank you so much.
And
Thank
we
you so
hope for
much.
a cracker-jacker of a battle. All the best.
Let the president also come, the Indian Cricket Association
Okay.
president. महाराज आपको explain करना पड़ेगा.
हाँ. हाँ, थोड़ा सा सर जी, नाम क्या आपका? आपका नाम?
क्या नाम है? सुमित जैन.
सुमित जैन.
IDCA president Mr. Sumit Jain.
Shiraj. We've been joined in by the ITCF president, Mr. Sumit Jain. ये समझना चाहते हैं से ये जर्नी कितनी स्ट्रॉन्ग हुई है ओवर द पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, जबकि इतना फोकस दिया गया है तो एक स्ट्रॉन्ग बिल्ड हुआ है ये ओवरऑल इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट में.
हमारा एक ही एम है कि जिस प्रकार से डैप टीम है उसमें भी काफ़ी सारी प्रतिभाएं हैं, काफ़ी एनर्जेटिक है, लेकिन दुबई में कोई टीम नहीं थी क्योंकि हमें कई सारा एक्सपीरियंस है, चाहे ट्राइब थी हो, बायलेटरल हो, वर्ल्ड कप हो, चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी हो, हमने कई अवार्ड भी है, लेकिन कोई भी टीम नहीं. हमने अमित जी से डिस्कशन किया तो ये फर्स्ट टाइम है कि यहाँ पर टीम बनी हुई है, तो हम चाहते हैं कि वो आगे बढ़े और देखते हैं किस प्रकार का एक अच्छा मुकाबला देखने को मिलेगा.
वेल डेफिनेटली मुकाबला तो अच्छा देख.
और देश में ये निरंतर आगे बढ़ भी रहा है. जो भी प्लेयर्स हैं उनके फैमिली मेम्बर्स हैं वो भी काफ़ी खुश होते हैं उसको देख के.
स्काउट कैसे करते?
जैसे स्काउट होता है चौदह का सिलेक्शन पूरे सभी डेप खिलाड़ी थे.
इनमें से कोई इस लेवल का विराट कोहली तो निकल के आएगा ही जरूर.
उम्मीद है कि
पहले नहीं चेक किया,
ये कनेक्शन नहीं है,
लूज हो जाता है। ये ग्रीन मतलब अभी कनेक्टेड है। हाँ इधर मैंने मिस्टर सोनी नहीं बोला,
मेरा सोनी तो नाम है।
ये बोल रहा था शायद मैं आई वाज मिस्टेक।
आदत पड़ती है।
एक से करके यहाँ पे रिकॉर्ड कर लेंगे
दोबारा अभी
हाँ।
थोड़ी देर में
वो शुरू से रिकॉर्ड कर लेंगे। नेशनल एंथम नहीं करना था, नेशनल एंथम करना था ना।
स्कोर शीट हाँ नेशनल स्कोर चलो
वो फाइनल में
उनसे बोलना पानी बार बार चेक कर लेगा, अगर खत्म होगा तो ऐड करते रहे।
स्कोर कहाँ से
मेरे को लिंक भेजो। चेक चेक चेक। Good evening and welcome to the DCS Youselects arena. And this game between IDCA and Inclusive Warriors Def Dubai, the IWDD, has started with a boundary. What a cracking shot. Opening the face of the bat. Yes, getting the thickish outside edge. That late movement of the bowler results in a boundary. So off the mark. Are the Indian Deaf Cricket Association. Outside the off stump, Viraj wanted to cut that But late swing and not able to get connection there whatsoever. Slightly away. Allowed appeal. Not out, says the umpire. That was drifting down the leg side. So Viraj just missing his line there. Anandu, the skipper. Well, the toss didn't go in their favor. It was the Indian side, the Indian Deaf Cricket Association. They won the toss, opted to bat first. Well, new conditions in the city of Sharjah. Again, nicely bowled, but enough connection there. Will it go all the way? Great effort. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliant looking shot, but look at that effort. Great relay between the two fielders and ensuring that was just a couple of runs and not more than that. And meanwhile, we see that a player seems to have pulled his muscle there a bit. These are those dangerous moments in the game of cricket. You can see the Indian team there supporting. There has been a decent amount of fan following for the deaf cricket of late. We can see that in the form of World Cups being held as well for these differently abled cricketers. And mind you, they're differently able, but they possess tremendous amount of talent within themselves. In the very first over, a lot of events happening there. First ball, outside edge, going for a boundary. Very next ball, loud appeal from the wicketkeeper, animated there. Then a loud shout from the bowler as well in the form of an LBW, but being turned down. It looks like the player is on his feet. Viraj and Santosh. Looks like that was with Viraj, that incident. All is well that ends well, and we have the player up on his feet. Viraj, number 37 for IDCA. And it's Anandu who will continue. 5 for no loss after the first 4 balls. It's a T20 battle. Was slightly keeping low on that occasion. And throw coming at the wrong end, and Viraj is in trouble. Looks like he's calling off his time at the crease. He's not feeling okay. He's just not feeling right. Not sure whether he will be able to continue. Well, looks like he is showing the determination to continue. And one thing that would come in as an advantage here for the inclusive Warriors is the fact that they'll not be able to run those quick singles. That's an advantage that would come in for inclusive Warriors. Meanwhile, that's been pulled in the gap. And if he continues to talk that language, that's relatively going to be easier for Team Indian Deaf Cricket Association, IDCA. Look at that shot. Off the back foot, punches it down the ground in the gap. And beautiful shot to watch. Mind you, he's injured. He's not in the best shape. He's limping a bit. And that's end of the over. It's end of the first over, 10 for no loss. Shaukat will be sharing the new ball with his skipper, and it's Santosh on strike. Ball slightly dipping right and to the batter. Doesn't have that sort of a quick bounce off the surface. And obviously, as a fast bowler, you need to use your back, you need to use your shoulders, hit it hard, let the ball jump, bounce. Super crucial for you to get any sort of purchase. Oh, nicely bowled. Another appeal. And turned down by the umpire, Santosh KM.
Thank you.
10 for no loss after 1.2. Looks like they have decided to call back Viraj, and it is the wicketkeeper batter Samiullah who comes in. So he's retired hurt, Viraj. Got 2 boundaries to his name, but he couldn't continue. Again, got to respect that. Slipped. What a cracking looking shot there from Santosh. Stepping down to the fast bowler, playing it with the swing, not trying to hit it hard, just pure timing on that occasion, and gets half a dozen. The first maximum of this innings here off the bat of Santosh. Absolute gorgeous looking shot there. (16 for no loss). A positive start here from IDCA. Nicely bowled. Again, shaping away from the right-hander. Not easy. Look at that movement of the last minute. As long as you keep your basics in place, that is to try swinging the new ball, you'll always be in the game. You'll always have that chance of picking up wickets. Played straight to the fielder and they'll run a quick single there. (17 for no loss in 1.5). Samiullah Pathan on strike, the wicket-keeper batter. Again playing it at the very end and a quick single. So Santosh immediately pouncing onto that chance, that opportunity, and gets a single. Gets back on strike. So Samiullah Pathan off the mark. Have to be very watchful as far as the pace that this wicket has to offer. There is some sort of a variable bounce that we can observe. So watching the ball right till the end will be very, very crucial here for these batters. 2 overs gone, it's 18 for no loss. So it's Anandu who will continue. The skipper went for 10 in his first over. Nicely bowled, slightly back of length, getting that bounce this time. So Samiullah very watchful. He had that delivery which didn't have the best of the bounces. The first one that he got off the mark. But this one jumping onto him is fractionally better. Yeah, very, very watchful approach is what is required here. Meanwhile, Santosh, he looks promising, looks talented. Someone who likes pace onto the bat. Drifting it down the leg and will pay price for it. That's a poor looking delivery and nicely punished there. Just erring in the line there, Anandu. All he has to do is just make sure that the ball is bowled at that channel which is closer to the line of the off stump. Just as Amit said earlier on, that these players are a lot more focused. That's where he'll have to focus a lot, Anandu. And someone who's leading from the front will have to take up that challenge, take up that that responsibility on his shoulders. Beautifully bowled. Pitching, moving away, trying to fidget around with that sort of a movement there. But you got to give it up to Anandu. A brilliant amount of swing there. Brilliant delivery. Up in the air. Chance, but it goes over the head of the fielder for a maximum. A very good bumper, a sharp bouncer. A fraction too late there, Santosh onto the ball. But that doesn't matter. It has gone all the way for a maximum. Shorter boundary behind the stumps. And getting the advantage of it there, Santosh. Moves on to 18 of 9. Oh, nicely played. In the gap. And a gorgeous looking drive. Just look at that. Getting to the pitch of the ball and that elbow, high elbow position, completing it. One for the photographer. Looks very strong, this lad. 22 of 10 already, 34 for no loss. Nicely bowled, very nicely bowled, and equally well played there. Not getting too excited about it. End of number 3, 35 for no loss. Shaukat will continue. Oh, good delivery. Very good delivery there. Right up. And Santosh, who's on strike, again deciding to take that movement, getting close to the ball, but foxing the batter on that occasion. Pretty nicely bowled there. He's looking for that pace. Santosh. Nicely played, very nicely played. And a quick single also taken there. We'll have to wait and see how Samula reacts to this situation here. He's seeing that aggressive version of Santosh. So the double S's of IDCA. Going to be crucial how they react to this. They have lost Viraj in the form of an injury. Crucial here how this pair takes it up. Played it soft hands, quick single, taken, completed, and the missed field will even make it more easier. Look at that projected total, 211. Pretty much a total that is that you can see pretty often here at the ground. Oh, meanwhile, he was ball watching. He was ball watching. And in this form of cricket, in deaf cricket, you'll have to be very watchful in terms of having a close eye with your partner. Oh, nicely played. That will be his first boundary. Samula joins the party and in a fine fashion, playing it late and playing it in the gap. Just have a look at that. Yeah, not bouncing on that occasion, but a very ordinary form of fielding resulting in a boundary. That could have been better there. A positive start, a very strong start here for IDCA. They haven't lost a wicket, but they have. In principle, they are 42 for no loss, but Viraj is out back in the pavilion due to an injury. He was retired hurt, couldn't carry on, and the responsibility is on Samiullah's shoulder to carry on. End of over number 4. It's 42 for no loss. माइक और स्पीकर दे दो यार. ये नहीं हो रहा है. Mansoor is the new bowler. Nicely bowled. There is protection in the deep. In fact, it's a close contest there, but excellent running between the wickets there. Santosh calling for that second run and making it on time. He is quick between the wickets. So won't be a bigger issue in turning back for those second runs. But it's important that the call has to be right. Again with soft hands, quick single taken. Very, very particular about those singles, and that's what makes them go out and represent the nation in this form of the cricket. They're the best of those eligible lot. They've done fairly well. Samiullah Pathan on strike. Very high backlift. Trying to heave it on the onside. That lateral movement for Mansoor. Mind, these are very differently abled cricketers, and one good advantage that they have is the ability to have stronger focus. Pulled away, one bounce over the rope for a boundary, just indicating that he didn't get the best of connection there, and we'll have a close look at it. Yeah, slightly hitting close to the maker's name. However, getting a boundary. Slightly shorter in length and immediately getting on top of things. Samiullah, very, very nicely played. He knows his gaps. Oh, that's wide. He bowled that. Cut down the scoring rate here. That's going to be super crucial here for Iwdd. Inclusive Warriors, Deaf Dubai. Nicely bowled. soft appeal there by the bowler and the wicketkeeper, being turned down. A lot of respect element that will be shown out by these bunch of cricketers. Body balance onto the front foot, committing onto it, and equally well played on the back foot as well at that occasion. Gets a single, and that would be the end of the over. 9 coming off that one. It's 51 for no loss. Change in the bowling here. Mohammad Sawaz, mixing it up nicely, and starts off with a single. A very soft inquiry for second run due to that misfield. Santosh, quick legs. Don't go by his body. He has those powerful shots too. He's played a couple of them already. Loud appeal and turned down by the umpire. That was drifting down, that soft signal coming through. It was drifting down, asking for a review, but that's not there. Yeah, angling in, moving down. Very good decision. A good comeback here by Sawaz. He's just mixing it up pretty nicely. Bowled a slower one, the first delivery that he bowled. And then came back with that sharp in-nipper. Slower through the air, in the gap, and will fetch a boundary. Sawaz is not happy. What a cracking shot there off the bat of Samiullah. That was why I can understand why he's upset. There was half a chance there, just going under the feet. All he had to do was just put his body down on time. Just late reactions. Yeah, half a chance. And this is what takes your game up to the next level, or rather boost the morale of the team. Meanwhile, punched it down the ground off the back foot. Gets a single. Quickly moves on to 18 of 13, and Santosh has been kept silent on the other end. He is batting on 28 of 17. So a lot of deliveries being faced here by Pathan. Again playing with his pace. A direct hit would have been close, not to be so. It's 58 for no loss after 6. In fact, 59 for no loss after 6. Mansoor will continue to operate here. And Santosh. We'll have to wait and see how does the approach stays for Team IDCA after the power play. Fielding restrictions have been lifted. A direct hit would have been close. Are we referring? Are we going upstairs? We'll have to recheck that. It looks like a close affair, but the first look of things feels like the batter would have made his ground. Only time will tell us. Yeah, he is comfortably in. He is comfortably in there. Bat dragging in, basics in place, and not out, says the umpire. Was referred upstairs. Scores on the 60. The partnership's worth 50 of 29. Majority contributions from Samiullah. In fact, from Santosh. Going pretty steady. They haven't lost a wicket in principle. They've lost a dangerous looking Viraj in the form of an injury. Oh, it was close to the bat though. It doesn't look like he nicked it anyway. Had he been, that still would have been not considered for sure. Here comes Mansoor again. Went for 10 already in the 8 balls that he's bowled. Nicely played straight to the fielder. Directed would have been very, very close. Samiullah taking the man on, hitting it straight to the fielder. Goes to him in no time. And I think he was gone. Had that been a directed, he would have had to walk back. And those walkbacks are very, very long. It's 61 for no loss in 6.3 now. Things tend to slow down after the power play in this format of the game. But not in the eyes of Santosh. He has a different ball game mindset altogether. If he doesn't get pace, he will get pace by stepping out and cracking a short over point for a maximum. just getting his head very stable while playing his shots there. That's the key to his success. Santosh, 36 of 20 with soft hands, playing it for a single. Intelligent stuff, basics in place. Drifting down. Off the pad, says the umpire. End of the over. It's after the 7 overs. 68 for no loss. Mohammad Wajid, 7 overs, 68 for no loss. Time for some spin. Ball fractionally keeping low, and he'll have to re-bowl that. Wide call by the umpire. It was a close one there, but umpire giving it in favor of the batter. There is some turn, there is some movement. Looking for 2 and will get it comfortably. Excellent running between the wickets. It's not the biggest of the grounds here, but great placement, great timing, great amount of power being put in just to place it at the corner to pick up 2. Good cricket. Oh, cracking shot. That's gone all the way. Maximum. It was a biggie. Off the bat of Santosh. Yes. Just look at that. The timing on that one. He always wanted to go downtown. Poor delivery being dispatched. A half volley to a set batter like Santosh will always go for runs. Off the back foot, straight to the fielder. Not going and taking any risk whatsoever. Just look at that cracking shot. Off the back foot, punches it towards the sweeper. Mohammad Wajid. Spinner being introduced here. It's yes, there is purchase on offer, but you'll have to hit the right channels. You can't be feeding the batter. Have to avoid those errors in length. Oh, nicely played. Straight to the fielder. At times those good-looking shots, not yielding runs, but very, very pleasing to the eye. And one of those shots that we just saw now was off the bat of Samiullah Pathan. Cuts it towards the covers. Sweeper will cut it off. Just a single to finish the 8th over. It's 79 for no loss, 11 coming off the one. Prithun into the attack. Time for some leg spin. A half tracker, but there is a fielder in the deep. Samuela not really happy with the way he connected that one. That should have been sent out of the park. $80 for no loss after 8.1. Santosh batting on 46, one hit away. And Prithun will have to re-bowl that. Drifting down the leg. A very strange looking strategy here, coming around the wicket. So you're technically taking the leg before out of the picture. A batsman can literally sweep you. With soft hands, just a single there. Bowler doing the work on his own. Not hit with a lot of power there. Smart brand of cricket being played here. Oh, beautifully bowled. Look at that delivery. Outstanding one from Prithun. Slow through the air. And just deceiving the batter. He had absolutely no clue. Oh, nicely bowled. That was a wrong one. That pitched and it didn't come through with the arm. It went the other way. Yeah, missing it completely. Didn't read the wrong one. Beautifully bowled. That's the end of Samiullah to a Jaffer of a delivery. $82 for 1 in 8.3. A timely breakthrough. The first one for Iwdd. Viridhasan, the skipper, out there in the center. Left hand, right hand combination now. Prithun. Oh, directed. And I think Santosh would have found himself walking back. Excellent running. Look at that. Yeah, that would have been very, very close, but you got to give it up to Santosh, the way he's running between the wickets. Very quick. 47 of 26 for him. Batted beautifully. It was a full toss and offer. Not trying to play a big shot. They've realized that they've lost a wicket. Just trying to play it around. That's how you build bigger innings. Just don't get carried away. Virender, meanwhile, on strike. Swept in the gap. The fielder in the deep will cut it off. Just a single there to finish the over. It's 9 gone, 85 for 1. Wajid will continue playing with soft hands, but there is a fielder standing up close. An intelligent field setup here from the Iwdd, trying to keep it tight, not giving any margin to the new batter. Now this is what happens. You force the batter to take that risk, that additional risk. Down the leg side. It drifted into the left-hander. Trying to make a strong comeback here, Wajid, in this second over. Went for 11 in his first, so captain trusting him, continuing to operate. Slightly slower, but nicely played. In the gap, will get his first boundary there, Virender. No fielder there. All he had to do was just time it in the gap. In fact, beating that fielder. Two fielders behind, square on the offside, and beaten. That shot that was played with precision, great accuracy, and playing it late. That was the key in finding that gap. Soft hands, shy at the stumps. Maybe there could have been a chance, but mind you, this lad is very, very quick. Santosh KM. 48 of 27 he has moved on to, but what an innings that he's played. Always kept the pressure onto the opposition. Yeah, made it very comfortably. No chance there. Played for a quick single. Moves on to 49. Played it later, and that effort will result in a single nonetheless, because that wasn't a clean collect. Gets a single and keeps the strike. It's 10 gone, 93 for 1. After a quick short drinks break, mid innings, what in the modern day cricket that we are witnessing, after 10 overs, there is a short break for drinks. And generally, we see these breaks break momentum for the batters, and where generally we see wickets falling down. But with this man, the run machine of the Indian Deaf cricket, Santosh KM, who hails from Odisha, got his maiden century against Sri Lanka. Meanwhile, talk about milestones. He's achieved one more here. 50 to his name. An absolutely brilliant knock. A glorious innings there from Santosh KM. Talking more about him, in the recent ODI series against Sri Lanka, he was the top scorer as well, with 325 runs at an average of 65. He was also named as a player of the game in one of those games. So mind you, very, very talented cricketer. Donning the Indian colours there. Santosh KM batting on 50. Oh, nicely played. Taking a step forward. No chance for the fielder. He always wanted to hit it straight, and that's where he got his runs. Coming to the pitch of the ball, using the bottom hand to perfection, gets a boundary. Top shot. Moves on to 54 of 30. This is a magnificent knock here by Santosh. Punches it down the ground. Not getting enough bounce so that he could pull that on the onside. Just playing it with the spin. And it's skipper. Left-handed, bigger advantage. Sweeps it in the gap, and that will be a boundary. That's the advantage that we were talking about. It will be difficult for the fielders to set their mark on the ground. But Virender Singh, the skipper, doing it pretty nicely. Number 83 for the IDCA. Moves on to 14 of 10. Already 2 boundaries to his name. Prithun, who picked up a wicket, went for runs in this over. 2 overs, 18 runs and a wicket. It's 105 for 1 after 11. Giving one pose for the paparazzi, for the cameraman. Yeah, these are those moments where you cherish. He'll be on strike. He'll be facing Mohammad Wajid. Went for 19 in his 2 overs. Fractionally expensive here. And mind you, this is where you get a lot of runs here on this ground. And taking a step forward, glorious looking shot in the gap, will fetch him a boundary. Terrific batting here from Santosh. You can't take anything away from him. He's playing his shots at his will. He will defend when he wants to. He will attack when he wants to. A very clear message. Absolutely brilliant by Santosh. Again, drills it down. Doesn't have enough legs, does it? No, it doesn't. There is a fielder. Cuts it off. Gets just a single there. $110 for 1 in 11.2. Going very steady, going very strong. With Virender getting into the act as well. Oh, beautifully bowled. That came in sharply. A quick single being taken. Cuts it into the gap. One good thing about this innings from the IDCA is the fact that they have rotated strike pretty comfortably. And that has been the key to them not losing out many wickets. Again, beautifully played in the gap. Ball's racing away. Will win the race as well. He is playing square of the wicket on either side. Virender. He's making his announcement pretty loud, pretty clear that he has arrived. The number 83, the skipper of the IDCA team. Nicely played. In the gap, there is a fielder, just a single. End of 12 overs is 117 for 1. Oh, nicely played. Does it have enough? Yes, it does. Maximum this time. Very good shot. Just indicating that that came in from the toe end of the bat. But that toe was enough for it to go all the way. So they are upping the ante here. 14 balls, 26 for Virender. The umpire indicating that the side screen area
Rahul
needs to be emptied. You can't sit there. You have to move. So there are spectators who have come out to watch as well in numbers. Just getting bluffed. Was a bad delivery. Couldn't take that out. Double-minded on that occasion, Virender. Slightly outside the off stump, and that's the channel that you need to be bowling. And it's super crucial that you have your men at the right position here. That's the skipper Anandu will have to figure out. Again, played it in the same area. There is a fielder, just a single. Santosh will be on strike. He's been kept silent on one end. But we know what he's capable of. He'll be looking forward to that 3-figure mark for sure. His personal milestone. That is definitely going to help his team. Oh, nicely bowled. Quicker through the air. Just a bit confused in terms of whether to go forward, whether to stay back. And in the course of that decision making, where he went a bit late, getting some bat and surviving. And it's a no ball. Well, even if you'd have got his wicket, wouldn't have mattered, because they had one extra man outside the circle. So he'll have to re-bowl that with a disadvantage of not picking up a wicket. It's a free hit on offer. Trying to go big, doesn't have enough. Fielder settling. Well, still wouldn't have mattered if that was dropped, but wouldn't have anyway mattered. Was a free hit on offer. Virender on strike now. Drills it on the offside. Fielder putting in a chase. There are two men running for it. Great effort. Couple of runs nonetheless. And that will be end of the over. 128 for 1 after 13. Time for some change in pace here. It's Mohammad Sawaz. After that only over that he bowled, which he bowled really well, in my opinion, brought in a very close chance too, has been brought back into the attack. So he'll have 3 overs to bowl, and I'm sure he'll be one of those who will complete his 4 overs quota. And for that, he'll have to bowl on the trot or maybe an overs gap for in between. But he'll have to lead from the front. We'll have to wait and see how Santosh deals with those variations. Takes a step forward, in fact, couple of them, and slashes it over point. This is a cracking shot. He wanted pace, he got pace. That wasn't enough, so he stepped down and making most of it. Behind point for a boundary. Always glorious to watch these shots. These boundaries on the offside. Batters being a lot more classical. Again, straight to the fielder. Oh, there was a chance. Had that been a try and a direct hit on top of it, would have been very close. The fielder deciding not to have a shot at the stumps. And a good delivery. Fractionally keeping low. Again trying to step down to the fast bowler. He's not offering express pace here. We'll have to wait for the signal there of the umpire. And that has been referred. That has been referred to check whether. And this is where things get a bit more interesting. It has gone all the way for a boundary, mind you. But what's more important to see is what is the height. Well, standing outside, way too outside. So that can probably go in favor of the bowler. But it's the umpire who will have to take that call. But to me, it looks like it was dipping. It is important to assess and relook at the rule book that the batter has to be in an upright position in the crease when he's playing his shot. So there has to be an imaginary conclusion to this, that where would the ball would have landed. It's a fair delivery, says the umpire. Free hit flicked on the onside. And looking for 2, will come back for the second one. And Virender was a bit slow to take off for the second run. Looked like he didn't anticipate that one for it to be a 2. Missing out on his mark. Oh, cracking shot. Glorious. Couple of steps down the track. And there she goes towards extra. Call it wide of the long off region. But what a shot. Stand and admire. The run machine of IDCA is getting those runs that he's known for. One of the most pivotal aspects of this side as far as batting is concerned. And he has proved it loud and clear. What an innings this has been. 14 overs up, 144 for 1. Now it's about getting as many runs from here. 16 runs coming off that over from Mohammad Sawaz. In the bowling here, Abdul Malik, number 10. Virendra on strike. Has been introduced for the first time. Let's see what he has to offer here. Good delivery, good delivery. Umpires not interested in that one. So was Virendra. The way he walked out, it felt like he is just walking out of the ground, knowing that he has edged it. That wasn't the case. The wicketkeeper was very, very convinced. He'll have to re-bowl that one. Straying outside the line of that guideline. Just not able to find what sort of a option they need to be going with. Team Inclusive Warriors. Oh, nicely flicked. Nicely flicked. Very nicely done. Played it late. Played it in the gap. The fielder was there. But as far as the chance is concerned, yes, these chances have been coming in and slipping off as well. Just look at that execution of that shot. It was drifting down, but playing it late. Beautifully done there by Virendra Singh. He moves on to 33 of 20. What an innings. Just dropping short of the fielder too. Oh, nicely played. No pace being offered there. Was into his shot pretty early, but controlled. $150 up with that single. 150 for one, going very strong. And look at this man. 22 short of his milestone. He'll be very, very happy to get a 3-figure mark in a T20 game, especially into his visit here into the Emirates. A lot of yes and no's there. A soft appeal too by Abdul Malik, but a very ambitious one. Batter stepping down the track. Gets difficult to get those one in your favor. Wide outside the off stump. Two more balls to go in this over. There has been a boundary. Still, he has conceded just 7. A good finish here. Nicely bowled. Back of length. Looking for 2. And Virendra deciding to take strike there. Has he got bat onto it? Yes, he has, says the umpire. It was on a good length. Opportunity for the wicketkeeper too, but late reactions. Not getting into the best of positions there. It's 156 for 1 after 15. Mansoor has been brought back into the attack. Chance over the fielder. But there is protection in the deep. That will just be a single there. So Mansoor getting that extra bounce, that extra kick. But you'll have to be very watchful as far as Santosh is concerned. He's batting beautifully. And the way Virendra has got himself adjusted to the conditions, to the situation, to the opposition has been phenomenal. He's leading from the front as the skipper, 38 of 22, setting an example for his team. 2 men back in the pavilion, in principle just one, retired hurt in the form of Viraj. But the way they have played is simply phenomenal. Down the leg side, time to re-bowl. He's always on his toes there. If you closely look at the way Santosh has been tracking and has been following through after the ball is released, he almost goes halfway down the pitch. Just keep a close eye. Very late played very lately, very late, and beating the wicket keeper. That should have been taken, in my opinion. He had dodged the wicketkeeper with that. He moved his way, but just couldn't come in on time. Boundaries flowing here. Virendra moves on to 42 of 23. Down the leg side. Keeper misses again. So a couple of runs being added there. Lacking support from behind the stumps here. That has been the key. That has been that loose string here, in my opinion, as far as the inclusive warriors, Def Dubai, are concerned. Have to find ways here to fill in that gap. To continue to leak runs, that's going to be a problem, which they'll have to solve very quickly. And finally, Mansoor strikes. Ball not bouncing. But the way he has bounced back here, Mansoor strikes, and it is the big man. It is Santosh who has departed. Stepping down and missing the line completely. Anticipating that to bounce. Oh no. Not a reaction that would be appreciated. Ijaz, the new man. He hails from Kerala. $162 for 2 in 15.3. Looks like a very strong balance. Nicely played. Opening the face of the bat in the gap. Should be a couple of runs. And looks like he has been too casual in making his ground. Started quickly, but when he turned, he realized that he is a bit too slow. Could have said no, but looks like he has to depart. Ijaz, he is walking. He knows that he has not made his ground. And that's the end of Ijaz. Well short of his ground. So wicket, second wicket in the over. This time going to the fielder. It's 164 for 3. End of 16 overs, it's 165 for 3. Shaukat comes back into the attack. 2 overs, 14 runs to him. Oh, what a delivery! Absolutely brilliant. He has been bamboozled there, the batter. Just have a look at that delivery. Peach of a delivery. Faimuddin. Look at that ball shaping. Mind you, it's the 17th over in progress and the ball is still moving in the air, which is why Fahim was absolutely clueless what happened there. Crashed onto the pads and onto the stumps, and Shaukat is delighted. Why not? That was a cracker. An absolutely brilliant delivery. Nicely bowled. Still the ball talking there. There is movement in the air. This is good stuff. Shaukat getting that movement can trouble the batters here. In fact, mind you, the batter who got out was the skipper, Virendra Singh. Faimuddin is still out there. Wide, he'll have to re-bowl that. Pranil More. So the Delhi-Mumbai duo. 168 for 4. Again, a very good delivery. So Shaukat has suddenly turned out to be very, very, very impressive. He did get that movement up front, but the way he's bowling now has been exceptional here. Very nice. Very nicely bowled. Dipping right there. You really can't have a lot of shots on offer. Beautifully bowled. Imagine the kind of swing that he's getting here. Slightly back of length. Will settle for a single. Would they come back for 2? No, decide not to go for it. End of 17 overs, 170 for 4. Mansoor Continuing here. Oh, what a shot. Nicely picked up. Glorious off the bat of Fahim. A very, very good shot. Just look at that. Waited for that delivery. It wasn't the quickest of the lot, but the way he has picked it up, very, very nicely done. Appeal, not out, says the umpire. Oh, what a shot. Couple of steps down the track, and this is the kind of onslaught that was anticipated here. Middle order rising to the occasion, and it's Fahimuddin who is making him pay. What a shot. Powerhouse Fahimuddin here at the DCS Youselects arena. Just look at that. Pure timing, and power was pretty much natural. 182 for 4 in 17.3. And the projected total, it's 208. The way Fahimuddin is batting, I'm sure it can go way beyond that. Just a single that one. So Pranil will have responsibility there on his shoulders. Pulled away, beautifully done. Will not go all the way. One bounce over the rope. A beautiful looking shot. Waiting for it. Just couldn't get the elevation there. So trying to bring those finishing touches. The IDCA. Again, trying to hit it hard in the gap. There is a fielder in the deep, will get it just a single. Fahimuddin, 14 of 7. It's 18 overs, 188 for 4. It's Anandu. Looks like that will be his final over. He will not be bowling his entire quota. 18 overs, 189 for 4. Tad expensive there in the opening spell with the new ball. Had that swing in place, just not getting the right direction. Meanwhile, it's Pranil who has got a boundary here. Playing it late. Again, not the best of connections though, but he'll be happy with the eventual result. Gets a boundary. slightly hurrying on to him, but making the right amount of adjustments there towards the end. Pranil More, 12 of 7 for him. So runs flowing thick and fast here for IDCA. Gets a thick outside edge, and that's being taken there by the fielder. A wicket here finally for Anandu. No celebrations whatsoever. It has not been the night for the skipper. And good looking catch. It was dropping onto the fielder there, but nicely picked up at the end. Half the side back in the pavilion, 193 for 5. Suhail Ahmed, new man in. Anandu trying to better his figures here, trying to cover up those non-economical overs that he bowled. 2 overs for 28. Again dipping away in that direction. An indication from Fahim that go and play it on the offside. Throwing his bat onto it. Is that enough connection there? Good work by the fielder. Excellent work. Coming back for 2. But this has been a fairly decent over here from Anandu. Considering the fact that he's coming to bowl the penultimate over of the innings, it has been done pretty nicely. And nicely played towards the covers. Just a single, and Suhail Ahmed will keep strike. It's 196 for 5 after 19. Shaukat, who literally shocked the opposition in that previous over. He was phenomenal with the ball. Yeah, still movement for Shaukat. This is brilliant stuff. Been cut away pretty nicely and gets a boundary. That helps. That certainly helps, and that takes the figure to 200 for IDCA. Suhail Ahmed, 7 of 6. This is the last over. They'll have to throw kitchen sink at everything. Again, a swing and a miss. Fahim is not looking happy. on the other side. He has to get on strike. 3 balls already ball. You at least need to give him the last 2 deliveries. He can tonk a couple of sixes. Well, why Fahim if Sohail can do it? Straight as an arrow, and looks like he has lost the ball here. Cracking shot. Look at that. It was out of here. Penultimate ball of the innings. Again goes big. New balls, please. Sohail Ahmed. He can do it too, what Fahim could have done. Lost 2 balls in 2 consecutive deliveries there. Sohail Ahmed giving it a whack. And that whack is out of the park. Clean as a whistle. It's out of here. It was 6 on any given ground. Last ball. 2 sixes in 2 balls there. Good delivery. Very good delivery there to finish things. But what matters is those number of runs that have been scored here by the IDCA team. 212 for 5 in their 20 overs. Some exceptional batting performance there. Starting from the top, it was Viraj who showed glimpses before he was being taken off the field due to an injury. Followed by the magical knock of Santosh KM, the run machine of IDCA, scoring 80 runs. And then that innings from Viraj, beg your pardon, Virender, the skipper, 42 of 24 for him. Ijaz got out cheaply, but other than that, everyone went into double figures. Fahimuddin, 14 of 7, handy 2 sixes off his bat. Sohail Ahmed, priceless 19 of 10 balls, 2 sixes and 1 boundary in it. And Pranil as well contributing 12 of 8. So an exceptional batting performance there from the IDCA. Came into this region, new conditions, new wicket, but intent is pretty much same. We'll dive into a quick short break, and once we are back, it will be Inclusive Warriors. Inclusive Warriors Def Dubai. That will be requiring 213 runs in their 20 overs. It's time for the run chase. 213 is on the board for Inclusive Warriors, Def Dubai. They are up against Indian Deaf Cricket Association's top side that have made name for themselves. Mohammad Wajid and Mohammad Sawaz. These are the two openers out there in the center. And to give them a hard time, it will be Yashwant Naidu. Two slips in place. Here we go. Play, says the umpire. No ball to start with. And no ball, and add to that a boundary. Runs on board. The most unfortunate start here for Yashwant Naidu. He'll have to blame himself. Five for no loss with a ball to be bowled. It was a very loud shout. He was very convinced for that being called as an LBW. Free hit on offer. Trying to cut that. No connection whatsoever. It looks promising here, Yashwant. Looks quick, looks nippy. Two slips in place. So immediately trying to apply pressure onto the opposition there. Third in place. A point to cover. No one manning the square leg region. There is a fine leg as well. Just dropping short of the fielder there. In fact, of the keeper. So both Wajid is yet to get off the mark. Five for no loss in 2 overs. And that's been put down. Was an opportunity. Pranil. Was that a straightforward attempt? Looks like the keeper got a glove onto it. That was from the wicket keeper. Straightforward attempt being put down. What a bowler he is. Yashwant Naidu. Yet to get off the mark, Mohammad Wajid. Oh, what a way to get off the mark. Straight as an arrow for a maximum. Glorious looking shot. Overpitched, and he has been punished. Have a look at that. Right up there. That deserved nothing but a maximum. Straight elbow, and that's out of here. Maximum. 212 is what they are chasing, and they are 12 for no loss after one. Time for a change here in the bowling. It's going to be Fahimuddin. He comes in left arm quicker. Starts off with a dot. Have to be very particular about the line that he sticks to, because it's a wicket that where batters can get those runs. There will be a scoreboard pressure for inclusive warriors. Trying to pull that. A good little fielding there from the fielder. Now what's interesting is to see the approach of these two batters. What sort of an urgency do these two batters show here? Mohammad Sawaz facing his first delivery. Fahimuddin. If you're not used to playing the left arm quick bowlers, it'll be a fractionally tough. An appeal there. For a second, it felt like it dropped on to the keeper. Always a doubt there. That'll be a wide delivery. He'll have to re-bowl that. It'll be a tough run chase here. It's going to be a relatively tougher run chase. Not easy at all. 212 against a quality bowling side. That's wide down the leg side. Good leave by the batter, not trying to fidget around with a bad delivery. Wide. Re-ball that, please, says the umpire. So hat-trick of wides here from Fahim. All he is doing is increasing his efforts. Off the back foot, playing it with soft hands. So yet to get off the mark there, Sawaz. The second over in progress. A pretty decent one as far as the economy is concerned. However, it's crucial that those extras are being accounted for by the bowler himself, that he has to control. Trying to heave that in the air. Chance, simple catch. Fielder making no mistakes there. And first casualty for Iwdd in the form of Savaz. Out without scoring. Not in control of that shot at all. Just hurried on to him, trying to pull it, but straight to Above, who makes no mistake. So first wicket down here for the home side. Skipper comes into bat at number 3. And both the skippers, mind you, are left-handers. Virendra batted beautifully, and similar sort of approach is required from Anandu. Cuts it straight to the fielder. End of over number 2. It's 16 for 1. Naidu to continue. That's slapped. But there is a fielder in the deep. A typical fast bowler's follow through there for Yashwant Naidu. The change in field that he's asking for here. Anandu, a lot would be expected out of him. What sort of heroics will he offer to his team? A lot of big runs required, and big runs required in no time. 212 is what was the target that was set here by the team. Men in blue. Blue and orange rather. Staying close to the body. Good delivery from Yashwant. He's quick. Has that fast bowler's aggression. Has that follow through. Has that run up. Steams in through. Very promising. Yet another one. Good delivery once again. Two dots already on the trot. So he's applying that pressure. Fast bowler, bowling like a fast bowler. With the new ball, using the pace, using that shine, moving the ball. Not a big doesn't have that big swing. But he has that bounce, he has that pace. Beautifully bowled here by Yashwant Naidu. He's keeping the batter always on top of his toes. Look at that. Using his back, bending it, getting that bounce out of the surface. Again, straying onto his pads. Loud appeal, not out. Very ambitious in the approach there. Last ball of his second over. There are two slips in place. Going aggressive. Mohammad Wajid, he'll be under pressure. He'll be under pressure to score some quick runs here. Flicked away pretty nicely, pretty strong. Will get a boundary. Top shot. Ends the over on a high. 22 for 1 after 3. Wide down the leg side. So that's his problem that he'll have to work towards, Fahim. He's been very consistent in giving out those extras. That the control in the line has to be immaculate. He's representing the nation. And that control has to be there in place. Again, wide on the offside this time. Losing out control. He's picked up a wicket, mind you. Hurried on to the batter. But it's super crucial here that he gets his line in place. They have applied that pressure by that early wicket. Not conceding too many runs there. Still well within control as far as the power play overs are concerned. Yeah, a lot better, a lot better. Appeal. Not out, says the umpire. Look at that. It was close to the bat. That's where just trying his luck. Nicely driven. Nicely driven. In the gap. Will fetch him a boundary. So first boundary there for Anandu and gets off the mark. After 7 deliveries, gets off the mark eventually. So the skipper will have to play that sort of a role with responsibility on his shoulders. $81 for 4. I beg your pardon, it's 28 for 1 in 3.2. Cut away in the gap, and that will be another boundary. So back-to-back boundaries here for the skipper. Playing it square of the wicket and playing it comprehensively. Good looking shot by Anandu. Brings in a lot of confidence when you get those boundaries, those timely boundaries. Completely changes the way you approach the innings. driven straight down the ground. Will be happy to take a single. Mohammad Wajid. He's got a couple of boundaries to his name. Question here, who will be the man who will take the charge for the team? It's going to be absolutely crucial for one of these two men to go berserk after the bowling. They need some quick runs. 180 of 98 balls. Well, you'll have to take charge from one end. Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Get those runs and gets a boundary there. Pranil was not able to reach that one. A good looking shot with positive intent. Wajid Mohammad. Oh, nicely flicked away on the onside. Will get a boundary. So back-to-back boundaries here. 4 boundaries in the over, and this over from Fahim was very, very expensive. They'll be very happy with the way they are going about things here, trying to bring the game back into their favor. 41 for 1 after 4 overs. Yashwant will continue to operate. Beautifully bowled, keeping it close to the stumps.
Last ball update.
That is where you find success. Do not offer width onto the batter. Yeah, very, very nice question being asked there by Yashwant. Will you go after me? Appeal, not out, says the umpire. Very confident in his overall approach. Very, very convinced.
Last 24.
Just look at him fly. These appeals will definitely not help. 41 for 1 after 4.2. Cuts it. There is a fielder in the deep. Fahimuddin will cut it off. Just a single there. That's what pace does to you. You get that extra kick off the surface. Good delivery. Once again, a sharp bumper, not allowing width to the batter. Well, if it takes an edge, let it take an edge, says Yashwant. I'm not going to miss out on my line. Beautiful bowling. Forcing the batter to move out, make width for himself. But he is definitely not allowing that to happen. He is quick. He has that rhythm in his approach. And that's down the leg side. He'll have to re-bowl that. But what an opening spell here from Yashwant Naidu. 15 runs conceded. No wickets to his name. Unfortunate there. But he has bowled exceptionally well. Again, a big heave. Fahimuddin will cut it off. Just a single there. .44 for 1 in 4.5. Once again, a very good delivery. This is the difference that has been created here by these IDCA fielders. The way they are bouncing onto it, not allowing the batters to take those quick singles. And on the contrary, they were able to steal singles in the first innings. That's the difference. It's just 3 runs of that over. 44 for 1 in 5. New bowler being introduced. Captain says, Fahim, take a rest, come back fresh. It's time for Sohail Ahmed. He was the one who partnered Fahim in the first innings to get to those finishing touches. Now it's time with the ball. Cuts away, misfield will result in a boundary for Mohammad Wajid. It doesn't matter whether it's through a clean hit or through a misfield. Runs need to flow here for inclusive warriors. .48 for 1 in 5.1. Off the back foot again, punches it in the gap. Ball's racing away towards the boundary. Great effort. Is it great enough? I have to cross check. This is where sportsman spirit prevails. Couple of runs there added to the tally for Mohammad Wajid. 28 of 17 for him. He's batting well. He's batting the way he was expected to bat. Big heave on the onside. We'll have to wait for the signal there from the umpire. It's a leg by. From the initial look of things, it felt as if it was going down the leg. And that's exactly what happened. Given there as a leg by. So Anandu, who's faced 13 deliveries for his 10, will have to think how he'll have to take this innings forward. The skipper will have to find those moments where he'll have to take charge. He's hit 2 boundaries in those 10 runs, but then too many dot balls. Whipped on the onside, straight to the field, a single taken. A decent here from Sohail, except for that first boundary. Unfortunate there, the bowler, that it went all the way. Couple of balls to go in this over. 28 of 18 for Mohammad Wajid. Big slap. Quick. It's Santosh covers it up. A pretty decent imbalance power play here for both these sides. Not a very convincing one for IWDD. However, IDCA, they ensured that they tested the batters with different sort of deliveries. Oh, nicely played, making use of the pace, and keeper not able to catch hold of that. A boundary to finish the power play. Have a look at that. Realizing that that ball can be swiveled and played over the fine, and played it as fine as possible. Beautifully done by the skipper Anandu. It's 57 for 1 after 6. Down the leg side, Santosh KM. Well, he did his magic with the bat. Now he has been asked to provide his services with the ball. Come in, roll in, an arm for a couple of overs. Starts off with a wide. Good delivery, nipping in, following the batter. And he has a natural movement that comes in to the batter. Mohammad Wajid, he'll have to do the damage here for his team. Anandu batting, run a ball 15. But there has to be, they are going at 9.5. But that 9.5 to continue that after the power play, that's a bigger question to answer. Generally becomes very difficult for the batters to continue the same momentum after the power play overs are done. If you haven't connected big shots, it gets even more difficult. That's been pulled in the gap. Square leg will cut it off. Just a single on that one. Anandu, 15 of 15 for him. He'll have to take this forward to another level. It is the time. Again, a good delivery from Santosh. All the IDCA they have to focus on is get as many dot balls as possible. He has that slider which is using his fingers, rolling his fingers over the ball. Yeah, just like that. Up in the air. Goes to the third man on a bounce. Just be a single there. Again pulled towards the square. Will get a boundary there. Welcome boundary here for Mohammad Wajid. There's a poor delivery being dispatched. Read this one though. We were talking about those good deliveries that he was bowling. Sliders. And have a close look at the way he releases the ball there. Yeah, just like that. Pace on offer on that occasion. Down the leg, keeper missing it. They'll scamper through for a single. And it looks like he'll have to re-bowl that. So too many extras here for Santosh. $65 for 1 in 6.5. Good delivery to finish it off. 8 runs coming of that over. It's 65 for 1 after 7. Time for some spin. Deepak Kumar, number 8, has been introduced into the attack in the form of a left-arm orthodox. In the modern day T20, let's look at how modern he is. That's played up in the air, chance for the fielder, but all he can do is help save the batter get a boundary. Was not easy to get underneath that. It was away from his reach. Just a couple of runs there. Mohammad Wajid trying to contribute as much as possible there and create an impact for the team with soft hands. Last 2 runs. Gets off the pads. That will be a dot ball too. We talk about partnerships in run chase, so crucial. It is turning out to be very crucial here. Again, plays it into the covers. He will get a boundary. What a good looking shot here from Mohammad Wajid. Absolutely brilliant. Playing with that positive mindset here. Yet another very good shot here from Mohammad Wajid. He is making his presence felt here. Deepak Kumar, what answers does he have now? Loud appeal given out. Trapped right in front. Bat came in late. That was an arm delivery. And the batter had absolutely no clue. He was playing for the one with the spin, missing it completely, and traps on to the pads. Wicket number 2 falling. And it's that of the danger looking Mohammad Wajid. Yeah, bat came in a bit late. Strapped right in front. A quick chat between the team, trying to get the best out of the rest of the match by getting the danger man out. Santosh KM continuing, and Anandu takes a quick single. New batter, Gokul, he'll be on strike. Two left-handers out here in the center. So they have taken a fielder close in to cut down those singles. What an amazing piece of talent. Trying to pull that, not getting the best of connections. Shayad the stump, direct hit as well. And that has been referred upstairs, but looks difficult. Looks like he has made his ground there. We'll have to take a close check at it. Yeah, not out for sure. Good delivery once again. Santosh is delivering here with the ball as well. First it was bat, now it is the ball. A complete all-rounder material there. That's up in the air, skied up. Put down. A lot of time there for Vaibhav. An opportunity that goes begging. He came underneath the ball, just misjudged it completely. The look of things indicating that got confused whether the bowler is coming for that catch, but he was miles away. Again, brilliant stuff here from Santosh. 9 overs gone, it's 78 for 2. Deepak will continue. Left arm orthodox, two left-handers out there in the center. Will they take a chance against Deepak? Will they go for the big one? It has to be Anandu who needs to take charge now. 24 balls for 21. And if they continue going at this pace, it will be a walk in the park here for the Indian side. Going for a big heave on the onside there, Gokul. Didn't realize where the ball was. It has to be the skipper who needs to take the charge, who needs to change his gears and go big, go full Monty against the opposition. Opening the face of the bat. Dot ball there. Off the back foot again, straight to the fielder. Excellent bowling here from Deepak. Into his second over. Picked up one wicket, that to the danger man, Mohammad Wajid. Anandu turning out to be a very struggling knock here. Looks confident though in his overall approach. But just not able to get the shots out of his textbook. End of the over. Rushing through the overs very quickly here. 10 overs gone. It's 80 for 2. Pranil More is the new bowler. Looking forward to some military medium here from IDCA. And goes through the gate. What a start here for Pranil More. And it's Gokul, who was trying to go downtown, has been dismissed by the veteran, experienced Pranil More. A nothing shot. And the send off from Pranil. New batter in Mansoor. And he'll be facing Pranil, who has got wicket on the very first ball. Man with the golden arm. Beautifully bowled, angling into the right-hander. They're mixing up the pace pretty nicely here. He knows a thing or two about how it's supposed to be done and doing it pretty nicely. Pranil More. Wide signal by the umpire. And he wouldn't mind. The way he's bowling, he wouldn't mind an extra delivery coming in his favour. Drives it to the offside. Just a single. So not offering pace here. That's the key on such wickets. You need to ensure where the ground dimensions not in the bowling side's favour. You need to ensure that there is a lot of mix-up in the pace, which is absolutely crucial. Again, brilliant effort in the field. Just have a look at that. Simply brilliant. On top of it, did not let the ball go, even though they know the game is in their favour right now. But they are not letting an opportunity. Meanwhile, another send-off here from Pranil More. This time it's the skipper. This is experience at its best. Pranil More striking twice in a similar fashion. Both the left-handers sent back to the pavilion. Just have a look at that. Slower delivery, too early onto the shot. And the send-off. He enjoys picking up wickets, doesn't he? Pranil More, remember the name. Oh, that send-off. That send-off. Fast bowlers, they love it. Pranil More, can he pick another one? It's Iqbal Bangash, the new batter. Good delivery, given out. Number 3 here for Pranil More. What an absolute gem of an over. What an absolute gem of a bowler. Pranil More. Look at that. The batter had no clue about that. Trapped right in front. That's nowhere he's going to escape that piece. Three wickets in the over. Pranil More, what have you done to the opposition? For 5. Skipper is into the attack now. Time for some more left arm spin. Virendra Singh. Oh, good delivery. Very good delivery there. Mansoor had no clue where that was going. Again, trying to heave it on the onside. So good field setup here. Virendra knowing that they want to test the batters here. And through the gate, Virendra strikes. The story continues here for Iwdd. Trying to go for a big heave there, missing it completely, and Virendra strikes. So 4 wickets in the matter of last 9 balls. New batter, Awais Iftikhar. Virendra Singh will be operating from around the wicket, continuing with that sort of an angle to the left-hander. Played it down the ground, just a single. "50 balls, 130 runs required. The required run rate is at 15.6. The way they're going at the moment, it looks an uphill task." Shaukat and Awais Iftikhar, the number 7 and number 8 batter. Good delivery from Virendra once again. End of over number 12, it's 84 for 6. Shaukat will be facing music from Pranil More. Number 25, 3 for 2 in his first over. Lot of change-ups. Love to see the way he would adjust his field. How would he tweak around that field? Drives it towards the covers. Just a single, is it? A couple of runs there. Throw at the wrong end. Should have been at the bowlers. 127 in 46. Appeal, not out, says the umpire. That's going down the leg. Realizing himself there, Pranil More. Using those basics there in place. Change of pace, that's the flavor of T20 cricket. Especially when the batter wants to go big after you. Just keep varying the pace around. Lure the batter into a big shot. That's played straight. Up and above. Does it have enough? There is a fielder in the deep. Chance there, but a poor throw. Poor throw from the fielder. Or was there still a chance there for Pranil to gather and take the bails off? Look at that pick up and a throw that should have ideally been better. Quite wayward, just like this delivery. Wide outside the off stump, and he'll have to re-bowl that. 6 runs already conceded here in this over by Pranil. Walked around the corner. Should come back for 2. Will they? Yes, they will. Easy couple of runs there for Iwdd. 92 for 6. For a moment, they look like they're very strong in terms of building up a right balance to this run chase. But unfortunately, they are going down the drain here. Nicely bowled. Nicely bowled. There is a fielder manning that area in the short mid wicket. A dot to finish. It's 92 for 6 after 13. Trying to go for a big heave. Does he have enough connection there? We'll have to wait for the signal of the umpire. Yeah, that's gone all the way. Good connection of the bat of Awais Iftikhar. Moves to 7 of 2. Again, trying to heave it on the onside. Trying to give it a big heave again. Not getting the best of connections. Have to settle with a single there. An excellent comeback here from Virender Singh. Hails from Haryana. Again, a good looking shot in the gap. Will be a welcome boundary here for Iwdd. Look at that. Placing it in the gap, no fielder, and will fetch a boundary. Important to keep these runs ticking here for the side. Oh, good delivery. That was fired in. Yes and a no. Chance at the non-striker's end. Fumble. Not a clean collect. And I'll stand with the bowler there. That was an awkward bounce right in front of. Should have been into the hand, either a full toss or slightly on one bounce, slightly pitching away from him. End of the over, 14 gone. It's 103 for 6. Pranil More. Obvious choice there. Continuing 3 for 10, 2.1 overs. Trying to bring some more early glory here for the team. Again, a heave onto the onside in the gap. But there is protection. Shaukat and Awais Iftikhar trying to stitch in a partnership. Playing for pride now. Things getting out of control in terms of the required rate. 109 needed of 34. A big heave. But not a convincing looking connection there. Awais on strike. (108 of 33). Again, a big heave. Is it big enough? Yes, clears the fielder for a maximum. Marginally, but doesn't matter how big the margin is. Even the biggest of margins will yield you 6. So does this. There could have been a chance had the fielder been on the rope. Iftikhar on strike. Again, a big heave, missing it. And an appeal as well. (15 of 8 for Awais. Nelson on board. Last ball of the over of Pranil More. Again, a heave onto the onside. There is a fielder manning that area. Will never be 2. End of the over, 15 gone. It's 112 for 6. Deepak Kumar has been brought back into the attack. Well, Awais has shown signs of aggression here. How well does he go about things against Deepak? He is an experienced campaigner. bowling it flat, and he has played it tremendously well towards the extra cover, slapping it over the infield for a boundary. It was very close to being a 6, just one bounce before it crossed the fence. So Awais moves on to 20 of 10. Yeah, bowls it slower this time. That's nice, pretty smart. That's how you have to operate when the big men against you are operating heavy. Again, a big heave, slower through the air. I think that was in the arc. He just missed the line completely. Should have done better. Got too excited, it seems. Flatter, but wide, signal by the umpire. That's up in the air. Bowler going for it. And shy at the stumps, a poor throw, and they'll come back for 3. Good running, very good running, great alertness from Shaukat VP. $120 for 6. The question here is how much will they be able to add on? What sort of a fight are we looking forward to here? Can they get close to that 200 mark? Trying to go big. Just a single on that one. Last ball in this over from Deepak. And the way Awais is going about things, you can expect a big one anytime soon. That's up in the air and will be taken as well. Very good catch. Very nicely taken. No mistakes whatsoever. Comfortable from Vaibhav. This is exactly what happens when you are desperate to hit sixes. You can miss Q1 up in the air, and that's exactly what happened. And it is the end of Awais Iftikhar. He gave us some fireworks. That's his end. Number 7 down, 121 after 16. Appeal and given out. That was straight right in front. Abdul Malik goes without disturbing the scorers here. Right in front. It can't get plumb. That's straightforward. No chance whatsoever. You're not escaping that for sure, Abdul Malik. Number 8 down, 122 in 16.3. Good delivery, played off the back foot. Not trying to play it big there. Prithun, the new bowler. Again, trying to heave it on the onsides. Some good field work here. This time it was Fahim. End of 17, it's 123 for 8. And looks like another one bites the dust. Number 9 down. Trying to go for a big heave, missing it completely. And it's Deepak Kumar. No chance whatsoever. Too quick there behind the stump, Samiullah. It's Nadir Hussain, the new batter, making his way to the centre. And what a margin of victory this is turning out to be here for the Indian Deaf Cricket Association. They've been absolutely magical. $123 for 9. What a turnaround of events. The moment Iwdd departed, things have completely turned around here. Nadir on strike. Trying to go big. Is it big enough? And that's the end. Pranil More won't make any mistakes. It has been the night that he'll remember. IDCA winning it comprehensively by 89 runs. And Deepak Kumar tossing it up, trying to give it a big heave, and straight to Pranil More. PM, it's the night for him. It required a move. He has been enjoying his send-offs, and he has certainly enjoyed this night here at the DCS Youselects Arena in Sharjah. The tour has started off on a positive note here for IDCA. IWGD, meanwhile, well, they are in a state of shock with the way they collapsed, but they'll have to bounce back really strong tomorrow when they get into their second game of the tournament. It's a battle of 3 encounters, comprehensive victory for the Indian side. The local side really have to pull up their socks. Santosh, what a brilliant performance with the bat from him. A strike rate of 173 to get to 80 of 46 balls. 5 sixes, 6 boundaries in it, and he was magical, pure magical with the bat. They call him the run machine of the Indian Deaf Cricket Association, and he certainly proved every praise worthy of it. That's it from this night of T20 action here from the DCS Youselects Arena. IDCA winning that game by 89 runs. And we'll be back again here at the Sharjah at the DCS Youselects Arena in Sharjah tomorrow. That's Friday, coming 2 p.m. for another battle between these two sides.